Good morning, children. I hope you all are fine and doing well in your studies. Children, today we will going to start with the reading of a new chapter, Weather and Climate. Children, I want you all to read along with me. So let's get started with the reading of chapter 5, Weather and Climate. Weather is defined as the condition of air temperature, air pressure, wind, humidity, and rainfall in the atmosphere at a given place and time. Weather changes every day. It may be hot and dry today, but tomorrow it may be rainy and wet. The weather conditions in the morning may be different from that in the evening. Changes in weather conditions give rise to season. In India, we enjoy 3 seasons: summer, winter, and monsoon. Our lifestyle varies according to seasons. It influences what we eat, what we wear, and even the type of houses we live in. It also determines the crops that farmers grow. Climate. The weather conditions that prevail over a large area and for a long period of time is called climate. The climate of a place remains more or less the same year after year. Different parts of the world have different types of climate. On the basis of prevailing climate conditions, the world can be divided into 7 major climatic regions. See map 5.1 and name the regions. What influences climate? Many factors influence the distribution of heat on earth, thereby affecting the climate. Let us read about them. Distance from the equator. Look at figure 5.1. The rays of the sun fall on the surface of the earth. Near the equator, these rays are vertical and are spread over a small area. As we move away from the equator and towards the poles, the rays become slanting and cover a large area. Thus, places near the equator receive more heat. These places are hotter than those which are away from the equator. Height above the sea level. Altitude. You know that hill stations such as Shimla, Nainital, and Uti are cool even in summers. Most peaks in the Himalayas are covered with snow and ice even during summers. This shows that places located at higher altitudes are colder than those at lower altitudes, even if they are situated on the same latitude. Distance from the sea. Places near the coast have a moderate climate. It is neither too hot nor too cold here. This is due to the effect of sea breeze. Water bodies heat up and cool down at a slower rate than land. In summer, therefore, the sea is cooler than the land. Hence, air over the sea is cooler than that over the land. This cool air, called sea breeze, blows from sea to land, making the land cooler. In winter, the opposite happens and the land becomes warmer. Places far away from the sea do not get sea breeze, so they are extremely hot in summer and very cold in winter. Such a climate is called extreme climate. Let us compare the climate conditions of Delhi and Chennai. Chennai is located along the coast while Delhi is located far away from the coast. As Chennai is nearer to the equator, it should be hotter than Delhi in the summer season. But this is not so. Chennai experiences a mild climate throughout the year as it is near the coast. Direction of winds. Winds blowing from hot regions increases the temperature of a place, while those blowing from cold regions decreases the temperature. Delhi is hot in summer due to dry, hot winds that blow from Rajasthan. In winter, cold winds from Himalayas make northern India very cold. Winds blowing from the sea make the lands close to the sea cool and moist. Sometimes winds bring clouds with them and cause rainfall. Humidity and rainfall. Moisture or water vapor present in the air is called humidity. Humid air causes rainfall. Places near the equator are hot and humid and receive a lot of rainfall. Air over desert does not have moisture, so these places receive very little or no rainfall. Very cold places experience snowfall. The amount of rainfall and the seasons when it falls also influence the climate of a place. Heat zones. We can divide the earth into 3 heat zones. See figure 5.2 on the basis of the difference in their temperature. Torrid zone. The torrid zone or the tropical zone lies on both sides of the equator, between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. The climate is hot and humid throughout the year because direct rays of the sun fall over it. Temperate zone. The areas lying between the torrid zone and the frigid zones in both the hemispheres are called the temperate zone. It is neither very hot nor very cold here, as these zones are away from the equator and also from the poles. Frigid zone. The areas lying between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole in the northern hemisphere and that between the Antarctic Circle and the South Pole in the southern hemisphere are the frigid zone. This zone receives slanting rays of the sun. It remains very cold throughout the year.